Hey you guys, what's up? It's your girl Corey Vandeness from APOM, a piece of me inspirational entertainment. Hey, how are you doing today? I'm doing great, if you were wondering how I am doing. And I just wanted to share another inspirational message with you guys today, and hopefully it'll encourage you, or it'll pop up on some other moment in your life where it can encourage you. If not today, then some other time. But I just wanted to share something that I realized recently, and it's about, you never know what you're missing until you have tasted and seen that it is good. What am I actually talking about is in many areas, we tend to stay away from certain experiences or subjects or objects or people or God or activities because we feel that we don't need it. We feel that we're not missing out on nothing. But how can we say we're not missing out on something if we haven't tried it yet? Because what I've been realizing in my growth in love, life, and faith is there are times, not all the time, but there are some moments and experiences that do open my eyes and make me confess that, oh my, I never knew I needed this until I experienced how essential it is in my life. You understand? If you're in survival mode for the longest time, you just make do, and you make the best out of everything. But once God provides an experience for you with an element in your life that you've always had to do without, and then you experienced it for the first time, and then suddenly your eyes open. I think this is what it is when we talk about lift the scales from my eyes, now I can see, or open my deaf ears so I can hear. You understand? In certain areas of our life, we're still deaf, we're still blind, because we haven't tasted and seen that the Lord is good, or that the way that He intended us to connect with each other, or with certain elements in life, in love and faith. We're still blinded. We're still blinded because we haven't connected with them by whatever reason we might have. Maybe it's fear that keeps us from experiencing the church. Maybe it's fear that keeps us from experiencing God. Maybe it's fear of us experiencing love itself, or maybe it's fear of us experiencing life, or experiencing faith, or experiencing someone else to be the one that invests into your life, that gives. If you're always a giver, you have to experience what it is to be a receiver, to learn how essential it is in your life. And with everything, I'm just giving a few examples. A lot of times I hear people say, people who are disconnected from their father, or they've never met their father, or they've never had a man, or whatever, or a woman, or whatever, and they say, I don't need it, I can live without him, I can live without my dad, I can live without my father, I can live without my mother, I can live without my brother or my sister, or I can live without church, I can live without God, I can live without love in my life, I can live without whatever it is. But that's just the fear of being dependent on something or someone else. And I believe that in the life that the world that we're living right now, everything is just screaming Be independent. Be independent. Don't count on anybody else, because you'll be disappointed. All you need is you, yourself, and I. You know, me, myself, and I, and all. You know, whatever the case may be. But there's a purpose in us connected. There is a purpose, a beneficial purpose, but also an essential purpose in us connecting and having a father figure in our life. It doesn't have to be your biological father. It would be great and awesome, or your biological mother, but we do need mother figures or father figures. We do need men in our lives as women, and men need women in their lives as well, because you can't say I don't need it. But once you've experienced a true woman in your life, or a true man in your life, you will realize something that you've been missing all along. You know, so you have to try it. You have to taste and see that the Lord is good. You have to taste and see that love is good. You have to taste and see that life is good. You have to taste and see that faith is good. You have to taste and see that the Lord is good. You cannot know what you're missing until you try it. You understand? Until you taste it, and see that it is all good. You know, but just the good things, you understand? Just no, not the bad things, but the good things. All right, I hope you're blessed. I love you. Goodbye. God bless. Peace out. APOM, a piece of me. Ciao. Bye.